And we're here with Sue Morrison, who's one of the tour guides here at the Amish Village. Thank you, Sue, for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Great. So I bet you have fun getting people from all around the country to come here, and I bet you they have lots of questions for you.
They sure do.
Yeah. So what are the biggest questions that you get?
Oh, they always wanted to know if they don't have electricity, what other things they would have, you know, because they all think they're very primitive since there's no electricity in their home.
Right, but of course we're here in the Amish kitchen, and there's quite a bit of things that I'd see just like I would have in my house.
Right.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Okay. What do we have here? We've got the mixer. Now, if they don't have electric, how's that going to work, Sue?
Well, they use a lot of propane for things. The mixer is actually air power. A diesel engine would be in the barn, runs an air compressor, and then the air power comes into the home through a hose, and that runs like the mixer and the sewing machine. Very big item they need to have to make their own clothing and to make the crafts that they sell, the quilts and so on.
Gotcha. Like the refrigerator and the stove, how are those going to be powered?
Those are propane. They started using propane back in 1930, as a matter of fact. In the past, they would have used a coal or wood stove to heat their home, and then they started to use propane for heat and also to cook on with the stoves and the refrigerators. Even lights are now propane or kerosene.
All right, very good. Let's talk about this. I noticed this is this propane as well?
Yes, the tank is actually in the bottom, and it's on wheels, so you can just push it around to wherever you would need it. Right.
Absolutely. And then I just take my little lighter and just turn the knob and light it, and that's how we go. So, so we want to make sure we don't have propane, or it's going to get dark. It's like not paying the electric bill.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. Very good.
They actually have large propane tanks outside their home, and so if you're driving around Lancaster County, you're looking for a house that doesn't have that's Amish, you want to look for those propane tanks, and of course the horses and so on.
Gotcha. Second.
Here at the Amish Village, we're actually located right in the heart of the Amish country on 896. We're just 1 mile south of Route 30, near Sight and Sound.
So if you go out from here, very close by, you're going to see actual Amish homes.
Oh, there's Amish like on 3 sides of us
everywhere.
here.
You might have to actually brake to get anAmish buggy go by so that you can pull into the Amish Village.
Right. The carriages go up and down 896. They go to our local stores, the hardware stores, and so on.
Now, I was curious about that iron because it looks a little bit like my iron, but not exactly like my iron. What exactly is that?
The iron is a gasoline iron. They use white gas in it. So.
White gas? No, what do you mean white gas? Like that's not like what I would fill up at the tank at the pump.
It would be something like you would use like a cigarette lighter or something of that nature.
Oh, okay.
So it's a gasoline iron.
Very good. Okay, so now I saw this flashlight, and let me guess. I'm just going to do a little bit of a sleuthing
demonstration
here. My guess is that this is like a coal miner type of thing where I'm putting this on my head.
Right. And that way your hands would be free. You know, if you have to go out and hitch up the horse or something, or you know, you can have your hands free and you've got a light right there.
Right.
Or you need to go down into the basement in the wintertime to get your jams or jellies, and it's dark down there, and you're going to carry up your goods. You need to have a light.
Or I'm assuming they have small little portable lanterns and stuff like that too, and sometimes even little battery-powered things.
Right. Batteries are okay, and a lot of them have solar panels now to recharge batteries.
Oh, really?
So they're not as backward as what you think.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Very good.
And they have indoor plumbing. The water's pumped with a water wheel, windmill, you know, or a diesel engine pumps the water out of their own well.
But I'm going to turn on my faucet just like
and you're going to have hot water with propane.
Yep, okay. Now I saw you have some cans. I assumed it's fair to say that they do a lot of their own cooking and canning and things like that.
It's typical they would have a large garden, and so they want to preserve that for their families. So yes, they will can a lot of their fruits and vegetables. Even some still can meats.
Okay, so talk a little bit about like where would these come from and where would these go? Do they have like a special room for them?
Yes, they would actually do most of the canning in a summer kitchen, which would be separate from the main kitchen because this kitchen would get too hot when they're doing all that work. So that would be done in the summer kitchen. And then there would be a storeroom that they would put their goods with shelves. And someone might even have a dirt floor where you could put your root crops, like your potatoes and so on.
Now is a summer kitchen like what I would think of like a cellar basement type of thing?
It can be in a cellar, or maybe even a summer porch, a porch off the side of the kitchen where they would do the work. Okay. Just so it keeps the heat out of the main kitchen.
Gotcha. Okay, because I'm sure it does get pretty hot in here because I'm assuming there's no air conditioning, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I can have my lights, but as far as the heat, I'm going to want to try to be outside and get the air flowing. That
you might have some air power fans.
Okay, well that's good.
Yes.
Fans are good. I love fans.
Circulate. And the green shades would also, you can pull those down and block the sun, so it helps
that's
to
true.
cool the house.
They're much heavier than I would think of like a normal shade.
Yeah, so that's another indication of an Amish house if you're looking for one, to look for those green shades at the window.
So if you were living in an Amish house like this and you were in the kitchen here, what would the biggest difference that I would notice, or is there not going to be that much difference other than the gas and
There's not a lot of difference. The kitchen is usually one of the largest rooms. They use the kitchen like a family room because typically this would be the room that would be heated in the wintertime, you know. So you're going to find a couch or recliners or whatever in one end of the room.
Yep, very much of a family type of room.
Right, it's the family room of the home, very open. Well, and they have church in their home, so the houses now are built so that they can open up the whole downstairs area. So when they host church, they would have much more room.
Big open room.
And you're going to feed the families after church, so that's why you got to have a lot of canned
So
goods
it's handy to be near the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love it. Very good. Well, hey, Sue, thank you very much for your
you're
time.
welcome.
Looking forward to seeing the rest of the house. Stay with us, guys. We will be right back.